Brett Okamoto at the UFC Apex. It is UFC 303 Fight Week here with Anthony Smith, who was not supposed to be on this card 2 weeks ago. And then he was supposed to fight Carlos Ulberg, and now he's fighting Roman Dolidze at UFC 303. My first question, though, is, it is media day, and we're walking around, and the different fighters from UFC 303 are walking around. Have you and Alex Pereira crossed paths at all today?
Once. He was getting off the elevator at the hotel, and I was getting on. And then just real quick in passing here.
That's it?
That's it, yeah.
Did you meet eyes or anything like that?
No. He was on his phone the first time, and then he's getting rushed to his thing, I'm getting rushed to mine. So nothing yet.
I mean, you're kind of aware.
Have you interviewed him yet?
I have.
Did he say anything about me?
He didn't say anything about you.
I don't know why he doesn't like me.
I think he doesn't like you because you have inferred that he has no wrestling skills.
Okay. All right.
How much is he kind of? I mean, you're a veteran. You're going to be focused on your opponent. You're going to be focused on getting the job done. But you feel like this is an opportunity. He's here. You're here. He's got what you want. How much presence does he have in your mind on this week?
Zero. Yeah, none at all. Alex he's an amazing fighter. He's very good at what he does. He's a polarizing figure, just not to me. He does everything really good. He's dangerous, but he's just not on my mind that much. I'm putting these fights in a box one at a time. Carlos Ulberg was a fight that I felt comfortable with because of just my training with Jamal and already being focused on him. Roman Dolidze is interesting to me because I think it's really commendable him coming up to 205 on short notice, having to travel all the way here. And then I like his style. He's kind of a dog. He's aggressive. He's going to come forward, and I like fights like that.
Have you sparred with him?
We've trained together a little bit, just maybe a couple rounds. And it's hard to really tell there. No one's really at their best. I just had 2 hours with Strickland too, so I was kind of gassed. So I don't know that either one of us got a lot out of that.
How do you feel about the way it all settled, the way it all played out, I guess? I mean, like I mentioned in the intro, you agreed to a certain fight. You're at a point in your career where it's you don't need to be taking these fights on short notice. You agreed to a certain fight because, like you said, you were comfortable with Ulberg. It made sense in the division. Now it's a fight. It's a fight to make this card stronger,
right.
But you're fighting a middleweight. Are you cool with the way it all played out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in shape. My weight was low. I was training really hard, kind of stress-free without a target, which kind of put me in a really good position to take a short notice fight. I didn't want to fight a middleweight. And I mean, you can ask every available light heavyweight right now why I'm fighting a middleweight. Because every single one of those guys said no.
Why?
Every single one.
Why do you
I don't know, but here's what, and I'm going to catch a lot of crap for this, but all of them talk about they want to fight me. They want to, I could beat Anthony Smith. I want to fight him. I want to, they all say that. None of them actually want to. They want the world to think that they want to. And they want to be able to get the shine and the response from me standing here with you on ESPN or on my podcast or, whatever broadcast I'm on. They want the response because they all had the opportunity and all of them said no. So it is what it is. And Roman Dolidze is not a small middleweight. He's a big dude. Yeah. Or he's not he wouldn't be a small light heavyweight. He's a big guy. And I like the fight. I like the fact that he's going to fight. And because I'm making decisions not based on the title or rankings or whatever the next thing would be if I win, I like that fight. If you just put it in a box, it seems like it would be fun. Yeah. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and I believe you when you say that. I don't know how much I believe you that the title is just completely off of your mind. I know that you and your team have purposefully done that, but I also know that
Well, that's the end goal.
Yep.
I'm just not making decisions based on it.
Yep.
And that's what I mean by that. Of course, I want to. That's the goal. I want to be a world champion, but. Yep. I can't make decisions in my career based on what I think it's going to do for me or not do for me in terms of the title. I just have to put those things by themselves and make that decision based on how I feel about that fight with that fighter at that time.
Is it a little weird? Because, I think some people are aware of this, but you do have a really great relationship with Extreme Couture, Eric Nixon. Is that going to be a little strange?
Yeah. There's already been some phone calls and some conversations had. I didn't like it. If I'm just being very candid, he said yes first. And that made a difference to me. Had he not responded first, I don't know what I would have said. I don't know how we would have negotiated that. But I woke up at 7 a.m. and he had already said yes. So
that meant you were going to say yes.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to fight me, I want to fight you.
Yeah.
that's how my personality is. Like, had there been some questions on their side, then there would have been some conversations with us together. But if you want to fight me, then I definitely want to fight you.
Yeah. Especially like where you're at in your career, and maybe it's because you and I spoke in Denver before your last one. There was all this like talk about like, let's see where I'm at and this and that. Like, is it kind of nice just to be like, oh, the fight is like right now. Like, I don't have to go to Denver. 100%. I don't have to sit there and watch.
Well,
Netflix
I was in Denver for a week, which is okay because I was already in shape or whatever. So I went and finished it out there. But yeah, it couldn't be more perfect for me. I was already in shape. I never got out of shape after Brazil. I was already training at a high level and sparring with Jamal Hill. Was already kind of preparing, but without the stress of a target. And everyone knows I hate fighting in the summer. So I just had to like put my summer on hold for a couple weeks, come here, do this thing. I'll be at the pool on Sunday.
Yep.
Like, we're right back doing what we were doing before. So it's just like train my butt off, and then, you know, take a step out of the pool at night, and then go fight and come back, and like it never happened. It's kind of a perfect scenario for me.
It is a perfect scenario, and like I know that you're not focused on the title and you're not making decisions based on the title, but you know that if, like, you know, Chael gets in, Poirier is going to be on the desk. We're going to be talking about this fight, you know, all week. You know what those guys are going to say. They're going to be like, Anthony should have a plan here. Anthony should know what he's going to say. Anthony should have his moment on the mic.
Yeah.
Alex Pereira is in the same building. He's going to fight, you know, minutes after him. Do you have that? Do you know what you're going to say after this fight?
No, I don't. But Chael and I have already had that conversation because I had a big miss in Brazil. You know, when Alex is making fun of me in the crowd while I'm being announced and coming at me in in his media stuff, you know, with the $50,000 bet that I accepted, and you know, then I hear nothing back from. It was a big miss because I was just I was living in the moment. And, you know, like, as soon as I fought, I was like, let's go to the beach. Like, I wasn't even thinking about anything after that because I'd never thought about it before.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Like, I would be hard pressed to like, I can't lie to you. Like, I'll probably light up the microphone if we can get in there and get out with a win.
I guess I do have one more for you. You've had ups and downs before, so you know what momentum feels like. After getting that win in Brazil, do you feel like you're walking around with a little more swag than you were?
Because I don't. Again, like, the Khalil fight was what it was. But I also fought him, like, off the couch on just a couple days' notice with a lot of weight to cut with zero training. So I don't really count that one. Like, it happened. He knocked me out. But, like, it's not like that was me. So, like, I felt like I had a really good performance in the Ryan Spann fight. Like, I think I showed a lot of improvements in my game. Didn't really have an opportunity to show in the Khalil fight. And then went into the Petrino fight, and, like, I felt like I fought well. So, like, I feel like I still have a bunch of momentum rolling through all the training and preparation I was doing since before the Spann fight. And I just feel good. You know, physically I feel really good. I'm just in a good place. And a lot of it is just the change in my lifestyle in terms of not getting so out of shape and continuing to train even when maybe I don't want to all the time. I keep saying I'm like in this regional scene mindset. It was back in the day when I was broke and poor and hungry, and like I would have to fight. And I'd have to get right back in the gym right away because I'd have to fight in 6 weeks again to feed myself. So I do really well when I'm consistent like that. And like I'm back in that same mindset where like even though I don't have to fight every 6 weeks to feed myself anymore, I have to do it to continue to stay ready because as I'm getting older, it's harder to get back in shape. It's easier just to stay in shape.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I'm just living this regional scene life right now.
Yeah, and it's working for you, man. I'm thrilled that you're here. We didn't get to go down to Brazil in person to see your last one, so we get to see you here in Las Vegas, and then it's summer on Sunday after that.
So we're back on the pool. We're back in the pool. We're back in the pool on Sunday.
Best of luck, Anthony.
Thank you.